Hello everybody, it is me, MisterVince, and I hope you all have a great day today. And I want to thank you all for voting on yesterday's poll, and because of the votes, I decided to make a video on the Beam Hybrid. So, the Beam Hybrid is the first season car to include an interior. And so in this video, I'm going to show you guys the Beam Hybrid. I know 𝗏𝗏 wants to see it too, so I'm going to show you guys the Beam Hybrid. So before I get right into the video, I'm actually going to go ahead and open up the safe because I just got it for today, and I just got the Wingo spoiler, so that's pretty good. 6,300 cash. Well, I mean, that's not a lot, but it's still pretty good from a street save, I guess. Anyway, the Beam Hybrid is the first season car to include an interior, like I said. It was added as part of the 2020 winter update alongside the DeLorean. The Beam Hybrid became the grand prize of Season 1 New Beginnings, and I was one of the few people who got the Beam Hybrid back in the season. If you guys want to check out the video where I unlocked the Beam, please feel free to click in the description below. Or you can click on the eye icon that might show up. Alright, so this is the Beam Hybrid. It is based off of the BMW i8, which is a hybrid sports car developed by the BMW company. It was initially introduced by 𝗵𝗵𝗆 as a super exclusive two-tone supercar with working butterfly doors and a high detail interior. So these are the butterfly doors that are part of the Beam. And as of the July 2022 update, the collisions of the Beam have been updated, so they're a little bit wonky, but that's mainly because of performance. Anyway, so yes, this is the Beam. The sirens do work with the Beam, although I will say they look a little bit weird on the Beam. Yeah, I cannot unsee that now. Anyway, it is a futuristic sports car with a striking and dynamic appearance. Its design is a perfect blend of sportiness and modernity. Its front features a sleek and closed-off grille, giving the vehicle a distinct and aggressive look. Yeah, it looks like a hog or a pig, because the front portion of the Beam looks like a pig's snout, I'm not gonna lie. The slim and sharp LED headlights, these headlights right here, as well as the signature butterfly doors, add a touch of sophistication and an overall futuristic vibe to this vehicle. Generally, this vehicle is the rarest vehicle in the game aside from Leia's spaceship, as about less than 1,000 people in Jailbreak actually have the Beam. Well, aside from dupes, I guess. Players had 45 days from the beginning of Season 1 New Beginnings to grind levels towards the Beam Hybrid, which became unobtainable when Season 1 New Beginnings ended on January 31st, 2021. It is stated to be the rarest vehicle in the game by 𝗏𝗵𝗆, and is hardly ever seen because, for one, not a lot of people have it, and for two, some people who have the Beam do not practically use it for other reasons like having a better car than the Beam. As a result, the Beam Hybrid is currently the highest demand vehicle in Jailbreak trading because of the rarity, pretty much. And because the developers have updated the trading dump, yeah, the Beam is now currently the highest demanded vehicle in the game. And since I have every vehicle in trading available, I can actually show you guys that the Beam is the highest demand vehicle in Jailbreak trading. I will leave some links in the description for other information. In terms of overall performance, the Beam is pretty decent. I mean, it's not the fastest vehicle, it's not the slowest vehicle for sure, but it's actually pretty good, especially when you upgrade it, because as you can see, it's pretty fast for a super/sports car. But the Beam is slower than some supercars and every single hypercar, like the Bruley, Torpedo, Javelin, Snake, etc. It is, however, faster than vehicles like the Camaro, Patrol, ATV, Falcon S, the Little Bird, Drone, Black Hulk, etc. So talking about performance, the Beam Hybrid is pretty fast. It can definitely reach speeds of around 194 miles per hour on the Jailbreak map. It does beat a few vehicles like the Show Classic and the Lambo, or the 𝗵𝗲𝗍𝗶𝗵𝗁. So it's actually pretty good. Its launch is very fast, and its acceleration is not that bad either. It takes about 8 seconds to reach top speed on straight roads, so it's like the McLaren, the original version, that is. The handling is also very smooth, and it's pretty good. So getting around corners in most situations is pretty easy. Its off-roading is also surprisingly good for a supercar, so it's kind of similar to the Bugatti Chiron, especially when it got revamped. It can easily climb dunes and get up rather steep slopes and terrain. So yeah, the Beam is not that bad. As you can see, it does fairly well. Yeah, its off-roading is great, especially when you have monster suspension on the Beam. You can also see that the design looks really sleek on the Beam, especially when you put hyperchromes and textures on the Beam itself. Because as you can see, the textures and hyperchromes work on the butterfly doors. So that's cool. With that being said, the braking is also amazing, because as you can see, it takes about less than a second to brake to a complete stop. And like I said, it does support sirens, but they're a little bit weird on the Beam. So now I'll go ahead and talk about its design. So the Beam Hybrid itself has a very nice design. It is based off of the BMW i8, and as you can see, you can actually apply a texture, a body color, second body color, engine glow, horn, rim color, drift, tire sticker, tire style, suspension height, brakes, window color, window tint, interior main, interior detail, spoiler color, and headlights color. So the Beam does support both sirens and spoilers. Unfortunately, it doesn't support a secondary texture, which does make a bit of sense because a secondary texture on the Beam Hybrid wouldn't make any sense. But you can still apply a secondary body color if you want, so that's awesome. As you can see, it does work. So I'll go ahead and reapply my Hyper Diamond level 5 to show that hypers do work on the Beam. This is the gold color on the Beam. I gotta say, this is a nice looking vehicle. We also got glow, horn, rim, and rim color. So as you can see, we got ourselves a very nice looking interior. So you can ignore the shine, but this is the interior of the Beam Hybrid. Considering this vehicle was made by 𝗃𝗵𝗄 back in 2020, the Beam still looks really good. Yeah, it's a fantastic looking vehicle. Now, compared to its IRL model, it does have 2 other seats. Unfortunately, though, because of how difficult it is to really get in the back seats, IRL, the Beam only supports 2 people inside of Jailbreak. 1 passenger and 1 driver. Alongside, yeah, we got ourselves a decent looking steering wheel alongside some other screens. I wonder what's up with the screens. Anyway, I gotta say, this is a remarkable vehicle, and I think this is one of the nicest looking vehicles we have received in quite some time. The Beam Hybrid is such a great grand prize, even if it was a big disappointment back in Season 1 in the beginnings, since the fact that many people thought this was going to be the fastest season car in the game. But when 𝗃𝗵𝗄 has revealed that it won't be as fast as the Torpedo, a lot of people got disappointed. But, I mean, it does make sense considering that the BMW i8 isn't actually the fastest vehicle IRL. And in fact, the Agera can actually beat the BMW, so it's no surprise there. For those who didn't know, the Beam Hybrid used to spawn over here, and yes, the season area has changed over time, so this is the season area as of Season 18. Of course, it will change, but back in Season 1 beginnings, the season area looked very different. I mean, it definitely looked a lot more basic compared to now, but the Beam used to spawn there. Alright, so now I'll go ahead and talk about the rare item plague. So this is the plague, and only certain season vehicles have the plague. The reason why it says rare item is because season vehicles tend to have the plague, considering not everyone is going to be able to get the desired season vehicles. And since the Beam Hybrid is currently the rarest vehicle in the game, aside from Leia's spaceship, yeah, that's why the Beam has the rare item plague, as you can see. Now, if I go ahead and spawn in a pretty recent season vehicle, so in this case, I'm going to do the Poseidon. Well, as you can see, yeah, the Poseidon does not have a rare item plague. Now, unfortunately, not every recent season vehicle has received the rare item plague, but I'm pretty sure the developers will fix that in the future. So this is the Poseidon, and it doesn't have a plague just yet. I think they'll add that in the winter update, but we'll see. Alright, I'll go ahead and head over to trading, lads, so I'll be right back. So here I am inside of Jailbreak Trading, and I'll show you guys proof that the Beam is currently the highest demanded vehicle in the game. So if I go ahead and go over to my inventory and I select high demand, as you can see, the Beam Hybrid is currently the highest demanded vehicle in Jailbreak. And these are all the vehicles that you can trade for as of December 1st, 2023. So yes, you can get all these vehicles in trading, but there are some vehicles that you cannot get in trading, like the MCL36 and the NASCAR 100K. So this is not my own Beam, but I managed to get the Beam. It is currently the most valued car in Jailbreak Trading, so it is pretty expensive. I'm pretty sure it is close to 50 million according to some people. So yeah, it is pretty high value. So getting the Beam is not very easy inside of trading. So as you can see in the newest sort, the Beam Hybrid was released alongside the DeLorean. So both of these vehicles were added after the releases of the Drone, Boxer, and M12 Molten. And speaking of the M12 Molten, the M12 was the first vehicle that became limited for about 10 days. So players actually had 10 days to buy the M12 Molten. So I'll go ahead and spawn in the Beam once again, and yeah, this is the Beam. The license plate says Season 1, and the reason why is because it was literally from Season 1. So luckily I can use cinematic camera inside of Jailbreak Trading, but this is the vehicle again. So what do you guys think? Do you think this vehicle is worth getting inside of trading? Please feel free to let me know. But I hope you guys have enjoyed this video, and if you did, please feel free to let me know down in the comments. But as always, my name is MisterVince. I hope you all have a great day today, and I'll see you guys next time.